You know what I mean? Welcome to the Lost in the Sauce podcast. I'm your host, Randy, aka Sauce. And man, I want to thank everybody, man. Man, we stepping into the new year. It's a good feeling, man. You know what I'm saying? Lost in the Sauce Pod, out East Network, man. We got a lot in store. You know what I'm saying? We got a new show out in the mix. Y'all go tap in with that. Man, I want to thank y'all. Anybody that had picked up in 2022 or before that, man, thank y'all. I really, really, really appreciate y'all. We got more coming, man. More vibes, more interviews, more cool stuff. We're going to try to take it to a new level. You dig what I'm saying? So, yeah. Follow me at Sauceville615. Follow the Lost in the Sauce Pod. Subscribe to Out East Network on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We got the website in the works, all of that. You know what I'm saying? Merch. 2023 is going to be up, man. So, just thank y'all. Anybody that's been tapped in with the journey. You dig what I'm saying? So, yeah, salute to y'all. Yeah. We got my brother in here today, man. You know what I mean? He pulled up on the kid. You know what I mean? It is an honor, man. I respect this brother so much. We grew up together, seen each other evolve and develop, you know, from kids into men. You dig what I'm saying? So,
Yes, sir.
yeah. And just seeing him just within his journey and just what he's done over time has been inspiring, and got a lot of respect for him. You dig? This is one of, I guess you could say this is a friend / mentor, accountability partner. You dig what I'm saying? Like, anytime that, you know, I can improve on things, or I may be slipping on things, or just elevating to a new level, man. This is one of my pieces that I go to, and man, he always hold it down. You dig what I'm saying? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know who this is, and a lot of you probably don't because he does not show his face. You know what I'm saying? He's branded himself and his company on shining the art and not necessarily having to put his face in the forefront. So, man, it's just an honor him coming here and chopping it up with me. You know, just quick little run through history. You know what I'm saying? He done work with the likes of like Sprite, Briz T, Jansport, First Museum, Universal Music Group. What else, man? Anything else?
Museum of Modern Art, Nike, Mercedes, Benz.
Yeah, man.
Help some other local creatives. You know, a lot of the stuff that people I work with.
Yeah,
wouldn't be possible without, you know, the relationships I built it with the other fellow creators, and I always make sure I give back to them. But yeah, that's it's a little rap sheet.
For sure, man. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we have none other than the legend himself, Kept Frozen. We got to give you a hand clap. We got to give you a hand clap. You know what I mean? Yes, sir.
Appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate
yes, indeed, man. Thank you for being here, bro. Thank you for just pulling up on me, man. We kicked it for a while before we even hopped on camera. You know what I mean? So, before we get to what we were doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you been? And I know you kind of came here just on vacation this time. Last time we chopped it up, it was work, bro. You was still grinding, so it really wasn't much time for playing around for you. It was still here. You was still here on business, you know.
Yeah. Been all right, man. Been all right. Just taking a little breather. You know. Those that don't may know, I live in New York City. Just taking a little breather. You know, see the fam and all that, and then go back and do what I usually do: apply pressure and just go grind. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just mostly just little hiatus, like a little meditation moment, a little solace.
Yeah, man.
That's all it is, just solace, and then back to the storm. But
Thanks.
yeah. But I've been all right, bro. How about yourself? You been all right?
Man, I've been good, man. Same, bro. Like, I think for the last couple of weeks, I had just wanted to take a breather, man. It's like when you go so hard and you in grind mode and you chasing whatever it is that you chasing, sometimes it's necessary to take a breather, man. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be in 1 week, 2 weeks, whatever. Taking that little time. But yeah, man, it was straight, bro. I think a lot of times for me, like my breaks is me hopping into full-fledged like dad mode. Yeah. So it's like, I get around trying to fix stuff around the house or doing whatever I need to do. But man, it was cool, man.
That's good, yeah.
New Year's Eve was straight. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was all love, bro. We got to kick it too a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely kicked it a little bit here and there with the other folks. Yeah, man, I just been ripping and running everybody, trying to hang.
It's like pulling you every which way, huh?
Yeah, but I ain't got all the time in the world, so, and me, I live by a strict schedule. Like, if I give you a window, you don't take it, well, you lost your opportunity. Maybe next time, because, I take my time seriously. I take my time way too serious. Yeah, man. Yeah. Been cool. We've been cool here so far. I barely recognize Nashville. Barely recognize it.
Man, has that been wild for you? Because I know when one of the things that helped like motivate you and push you to get out was like the underdevelopment of the city. Us not catching up to speed just yet. So it's like coming back. Like, does it show promise to you? Let me ask that.
Yeah, it shows promise. It shows promise for like a good, suitable living, but that could be a little subjective with the laws and stuff that's being passed. But for me, it shows promise. But at the end of the day, I still wouldn't live. I still wouldn't live here. But I would definitely probably raise a kid here. But as far as career wise, and like
where you at right now?
Yeah, like I'm super ambitious. I love my hometown. Don't get me wrong, I love Nashville. I'm not kept frozen without it. But everybody know how the southern atmosphere is.
Yeah, it's a little more relaxed, chill.
Relax. I don't like being relaxed. I want to go. Like I need that push. But now Nashville's showing promise. Seeing so many apartments being built, like different new housing development, all that. It's crazy. But what I really love is the soccer stadium. I love that.
Mm-hmm. When next time you come down, we gotta go to a game.
Yeah, I've been wanting to go to soccer game, man. I play soccer, and just to see that,
same.
just to see that we got our own team. Like, if they had that back in the day, I would have literally tried out. I probably would have had a different career then. I probably would have actually stayed here and then tried out for Nashville. But Nashville.
I don't even know what you were running at the time when we were younger. Like, you might have been.
It was a 5 flat from our coach said 8th grade. It was a 5 flat from like the.
You probably could have got it to like, man.
I could have went
4-3 if you really like.
I could have went pro.
Like then you was fast.
I could have went pro if I would have went to a traditional college, but I went to art school. That's what the love was.
Yeah.
But Nashville's showing promise though. Yeah, they got like a lot of good development and whatnot. Yeah. The only thing I would say Nashville should work on infrastructure, like the roads. Like if the roads and public transportation was like cool, all right, I might consider it because I love and hate New York, but the fact that I don't need a car really. I hate the transportation. I hate the subway sometimes. You can't depend on it all the time, but man, beats paying for a car note.
Yeah, no,
facts.
But I think even with like Nashville, even trying to implement something as a train, or something of those sorts, would help open this up a little more because the influx of like transplants that's here now. I definitely think we don't have the capacity to hold that. No. The same thing when it was like freezing down here a couple weeks ago and they did the rolling blackouts. Like, we don't have the proper infrastructure to hold all of these people here. That's one demonstration to show you that.
Yeah, and that's the sad part. Like when I was driving around and I'm looking at me having a background in design, looking at like them building all these apartments and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Yeah, you want more people in. Yeah, more people equates to tax dollars. Cool. But I know they got the budget. Yeah, they had the budget. It's just people like to put shit over the other. It's like, yo, like focus on the roads first. Like, literally, if you get the roads out the way, I think you could be smooth selling after that. Because, man, like it's like I remember just driving around here, man, just putting traffic around like 2:12. At noon, I'd be in traffic. At 1-2 p.m., I'd be in traffic. I'm like, what's like? This ain't normal. Like, I would have expected to be at 6, but like the streets are getting crowded, man. Streets are getting crowded. It's not wide enough.
No, facts. Facts, man. Yeah. Let me ask you about that. So, like, I guess we can dive into like a little bit of your photography lane a little bit, and then we'll branch off into that, because I feel like, since you just like mentioned like infrastructure and stuff like that, when you were here, like coming up early, like into your early inspirations of photography, you fell in love with like the landscape scene, still object city, all of those things. So you think you would be thriving around here, what you see now? Because I remember back then, we were very scarce and attractive photography pieces in your lane, shall I say. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you had to get like real creative with where you were, traveling around in the city, finding certain shots that you liked. Yeah, it was. Do you think now it would fuel that, or is it still not that same look of like when you went to New York? Because I know you like a kid in the candy store when you went up there.
No, big facts. Here, as it looks now, as a photographer, and hell, creative person in general, I feel as if my creativity still would have been stifled. I still feel like there's a ceiling cap. Yeah, I look outside. I look from the outside in, and I see that a lot of development's going on, whatnot. A lot of things of the nature, but for me, it came down to like the information that was accessible to me in New York, like all the things, like on social media, like that algorithm plays a kind of a key component. Like once it knows your geolocation wherever you are, you start to see things, connects the dots. When out in Nashville, even while I'm here right now, like algorithm kind of like it's a little weak. I don't really. The only thing I see a benefit here is like Nashville allows my creativity to breathe. Like if I'm like going hard in the paint, similar to like up in New York, like people go to upstate or Connecticut to like get away from the hustle and bustle to recharge. That's kind of how Nashville is for me. It's a good place to recharge. But with all love and respect to my hometown, the inspiration for me, what I do, is not here because. Another thing, Nashville still kind of has that. It kind of has that box. Still like has that box. The way I see it. Like, I remember we always talked about how like I have a pet peeve. Like me being the person, I'm a twin. I grew up wanting to be unique, wanting to be different from everybody.
Yep.
Like I really get not irritated, but I just get like what the hell? Like when I see Music City this, Music City that, like everybody got a store business name after like the city. I'm like, all right, we get it. We know Nashville's, but like I try to be unique, like, and then like I would just capitalize off Nashville like in some other form or fashion. But yeah, like it's just I don't get really inspired here in Nashville, but I love the love here. I love the love. I love the hospitality. It's a great place to recharge. Now New York, on the other hand, like the information, like. I accumulated so much. I mean, just a quick little tidbit. I so much resources that I accumulated. I literally, like it's almost like a gold mine. Like of me coming from a small town to a big city, and then I'm just there. The people I meet, the stuff they pass on to me, I'm just like, wow. Like I would have never known this, and they've been knowing it for years. And it's like, bro, like. And the stuff that I pass on to people down here in Nashville, I expose them to it, and it's like, and that's what I've been doing living in New York. But yeah, like it's like information, knowledge, and people you meet. But we don't got those type of people that I'm looking for, like the urban style that's really unique. The ones that I see in Soho, the ones that I see in Chinatown or Queens where I live. Yeah, I don't see those people here, and that's the people that I kind of want to be around. Nashville, you still got that kind of like that country-ish, vanilla. Everybody's kind of like everybody know each other. And it's like
I will say though, I agree with the points you're saying. And you know, in some places like here in the city, it's I wouldn't say we fully on fire, but we bubbling.
Oh yeah, bubbling.
We bubbling. Like we on the cusp of something like in the hip hop scene and trying to expand those markets to be one of the pillars in the forefront.
Oh, they love us.
You know what I'm saying?
They love us in New York. When I tell them where I'm from, they be like, "Oh snap, really? You Nashville? Yo. You know where such and such is? You know?" I be like, "Yeah, I know all that. Yeah, I grew up there."
That's hard.
And they like that. People are like people crazy from Nashville. Nashville,
see,
crazy.
But man, I get that too. But it's just like trying to get the infrastructure to the capacity, like what you're saying when you're going in New York. We trying to get it clicking here, and something is like hindering that, and that's what we got to figure out.
I think it's diversity here, to be honest. I mean, the elected officials might say, "Oh, it's diverse." If you look up the word diversity, this place ain't diverse. I mean, from a high level, yeah. But
it's super diverse in New York.
Yeah. From a high level in Nashville, yeah, it's diverse. But from a micro, low level, when you look into the Nashville, it ain't diverse. Everybody, in my opinion, somebody can prove me wrong, but in my opinion, just looking at the pockets of neighborhoods, segregated, like still segregated. Not like literally like back in like the 50s and 40s, whatever.
Yeah.
Mostly like it's just people don't have the same accessibility to like housing and all that, and people get priced out and blase, the whole spiel. Like for instance, like one part of town could be completely one demographic, but it's still not like it's not diverse. Like not every pocket of Nashville is diverse. And I think that's kind of what's holding Nashville back. It's sticking to its conservative roots, which is understandable. I mean, yeah, but
understandable.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, with being in like New York and actually living up there. I've traveled up there, but I haven't got out there and got in the mix of the city and really felt like the pulse of the city, right? So it's like when you're saying that it's more diverse up there, how is the interactions amongst the diversity of people, or do people still like segregate? Or is it just everybody just like mind your damn business?
Everybody
keep it moving.
Everybody damn near minds their own business. But like from my neighborhood, heck, on my block is literally every race lives on my block. Damn near on my block. Almost every race lives on my block.
Do they get along? Like
everybody gets along. But I will say, I mean, I experienced racism growing up in Nashville. Worked at small jobs, and
I remember that.
Yeah, I mean,
you want to say the name? You want to shout?
No, I'm not gonna shout.
I'm messing with you.
Yeah. I mean, hell, at like three old jobs I worked at, I was young. I've been called the N word. I've been all that. But like, ironically, up in Nashville, I mean, not up in Nashville, up in New York. Ironically, I experienced a lot of racism in New York.
Really?
Yeah. And people automatically assume that Tennessee, racist because it's country, it's in the South. Yeah, it's country, but a lot of the racism I experienced down here in Nashville. I mean, it's either like quiet racism where they'll like ignore you, and like I had somebody ignore me or devalue me because of my color of my skin or whatever. But up there, ooh, man,
they just let it fly.
Like if you dress a certain way, like I have to be super mindful, like as all black people are, like us black people.
Yeah, for sure. We had to grow up doing that.
Yeah, you gotta turn your phone on at night so they can see your face when you're walking.
Yep.
Up there, it's like you gotta damn near do it. Like you gotta do it a lot if you dress a certain way. Like if I like to wear black a lot, all black.
Are they real dramatic?
No, it's just they just on edge. Because the city just puts you on edge, so you just gotta be like your street smartness goes up to 1,000 up there. Like everybody's vigilant. Everybody's vigilant. Eyes peeled. Blase. Yeah, that's like I was saying, like my first year going in there, off the bat, I was like, okay, I can't operate like I usually operate in Nashville.
So you learned quick.
I learned quick. I learned quick. So yeah, I had to I switched up my attire, wore more inviting colors. Yeah, I just had to adapt. Yeah, but just because I don't like being bothered, like don't bother me, I won't bother you. But yeah, man, New York got its pros and cons, just like Nashville. Every place got its pros and cons.
No, facts.
Yeah,
facts. Give me another gem that you learned up there that helped you thrive in your creative journey, shall I say? Because, man, I would tell you just a little bit of backstory, like growing up with you and then you getting inspired by, golden age hip hop, sub that into, the whole graffiti and the culture of like hip hop. Yeah. Us growing up listening to Mad Villain and, all of those people that came from that area, Grand Pooba. We can keep going, but being immersed in that hip hop culture, how did that go with like going to that place that you were inspired by, and how did that help like flourish your photography, shall I say? I
will say New York taught me in my creative career. It taught me the art of business. Yeah, and it also taught me how to prove my worth.
Okay. Like, we cooking now.
Yeah,
let's get to it.
Yeah, man. Let's get to and I mean, just a quick tidbit before I get into the weeds. I made more money there in 2 years than I ever did in my life in Nashville. That's yeah, cause like
man,
yeah, man.
And bro, you was the man here. Let's not get it messed up. You was around here, all clients.
I'm honored. That people saw me in a good light. I'm honored, but
for sure. So put us on game then. What was being handled differently in the business aspect up there that was different than here?
Well, first off, try old tricks up there, then fly. So then, me being a person of solution, if it don't work, okay, how can I do it differently? I look at the pain points. That's what I did. It taught me how to identify problems and put contingencies in place so those problems don't happen again. It taught me how to be more careful. Like that. How they say, don't be sorry, be careful. That's what I live by now. Like I don't apologize. I let them know I'm gonna work on a solution so this don't happen again. So that's how I am. So like my creative business, it helped. New York made me to get more structured. Put some evidence in place. Definitely show your numbers. I remember wanting to do business endeavors with friends down here in Nashville. A lot of stuff that we wanted to do would just hit the fan and go nowhere. But up there, you gotta if you show some data, people will hear your idea, but if you don't got no research, evidence, numbers to back up your claims or your desires, then it's literally just smoke in the mirrors. And up in New York, people, I'm not going to speak from a biased place. I'm speaking from an assumption place because this is what I just see on the surface level. So this is just from my point of view. Mm-hmm. The people up there, they're just careful. Like if you come with them with some proof, some evidence, or whatever you want to do that will work, people will rock with you. People will give you money to do it. Boom, boom, boom. And I kind of wish I knew that, at a young age. But the boring stuff that people like to say, like research, strategy,
proper planning.
Yeah, proper planning, just operations. That stuff matters. Like if you start there, which I'm so thankful for that New York time, man. If you start there, like just do your due diligence. Do your due diligence in the beginning, so that you don't have to keep going back and forth. And when I implemented that, like, learn how to be more careful, and also sticking to what my grandfather taught me as a kid. Have a plan A, have a plan B, C, D, D, and then have a plan A, B, C, D for all those letters, and then going, and it's just an infinite tree of backup plans. That was kind of what I live by. But I make sure all my plans, come back to plan A from the starting point. They're just different avenues to get back to where I really want to go. But yeah, like New York definitely taught me how to plan better and how to just be more careful, save money. And I'm trying to teach more creatives here, just like plan, strategy. Show me some numbers so I can believe you. Yeah.
Let me ask you, because you said something very, very powerful, and it was like what you said with your granddad telling you to have a plan A, B, C, but ultimately it's circling back around to that original plan.
Yeah.
So what's the process for a person like you when it comes to critical thinking?
Oh yeah.
Planning out all of those scenarios before you even, this is before you even bring a concept to somebody.
Yeah. And
I've had to learn that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just through trial and error, and me not wanting to ultimately look like a fool.
Yeah.
You got to take your time and think this out. So, like, walk me through what that process looks like for you so you can be properly prepared for whatever goal or achievement that you want to accomplish and attack.
Yeah, so like if I'm coming up with an idea or a business concept, whatever, a business endeavor, I literally kind of just do a whiteboard session with myself, as they call it, design. And a lot of stuff that I learned, I learned in our critical thinking class back in art school. A lot of those fundamentals also helped me, but I literally would just start with whiteboard session. I'll like have like a sticky note, or I'll have a piece of paper, and I'll draw what they call that stuff back in like middle school and all that, like a web. It's like you start,
yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. You'd had the main idea,
like a web diagram or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, but like, but what I would do, I would just have like a hero, kind of like a hero diagram. So start from the top, which is like the main hero section, or the main goal. Like, so, like it'd be like business, start an agency, or have an agency business or whatever. Then they'll spin off to like target audience. Who is my client? Like, who am I trying to target? You can't just get everybody. If you people got to understand, just trying to get every client, it will make you get no clients. You need to hone in on a certain audience. Like, have your end person in mind, because that end person is going to trickle off to other people. So don't worry about getting everybody. Focus on a particular type of person you want. So I just strategize that. I start from the hero, then I go off into like I guess the relations section, like who relates to this, like so the people, what's the story behind this person, colors, all that, the tone, the feel. Then I go off into the next section. What do I need as far as tools to operate? Blase. It's a whole science, but I literally just sit with myself and, put sticky notes on the wall, or I draw, and I just roadmap. People can look it up if they want to. Just roadmap your idea, or do like a workshop with yourself, or a research workshop, whatever. And a lot of stuff you can look up into, like in the design field. Like, what I want to say, like, what's it? Design process, design thinking, things of that nature. I just applied those teachings to business, and literally, you save so much money. And I'm not trying to like sound like a bias or anything, because I used to be like, hey, I'll do it, and if something don't work, all right, just go back. No. Screw that thinking. Like, like stop that thinking, y'all. Do that as like you'll waste so much money doing that. Me wanting to like accumulate more money, because that's how wealth is. The more money you keep, the richer you get. So I apply design thinking to like business. So just wanted to make sure I've crossed my T's, dot my I's first before I execute on anything, because time is money. So just doing that thing, just workshop with yourself, just roadmap, be realistic with yourself, don't rush. And then also, well, like one of my key processes is, I think I told you this once. If I have an idea, we did this in art school. I have an idea, put it on the wall, and then I will play as the other partner. Okay, how can I break this idea? Like, how can I like destroy it? Like,
poke holes to it.
Yeah. So like,
where the holes at? Where's the weakness? Yeah,
because in art school we had you have like your protagonist, and then you have the other side of the class. I was like, all right, y'all, it'll be one person that's the protagonist, which is they have this like miraculous idea, and then we'll have like the antagonist, which is everybody else in the class, and then we're like, all right, antagonist poke holes in his or her idea. So like, I want to start a social media agency, and then everybody would just go off to like, so who you trying to attract? And then they'd be like, she'll be like, he or she will be like, I want to get women such and such in makeup. Well, then they'll say, well, how you gonna do that? It takes a lot of time, and it just keeps making you have to think like, like it's basically just, it's supposed to like get you in a gotcha mode. Like, you're gonna break somewhere. Like, it's basically to destroy you, so you go bankrupt. Like we had to play a role to like basically make you go broke or lose some type of form of business, so you don't operate no more. So that's kind of like our little poking hole session.
And look, and with the proper approach to that exercise, it makes you almost unstoppable when you do come up with the plan. And you can figure out all those other holes and how to fill those.
Yeah. If you come across like a hole that's been poked, if it's not a major problem, just put it off to the side and come back to it later. But like for those major ones, you could quickly think of a solution, like eradicate it. But it's mostly to like it's mostly for like the protagonist to like take notes of like all the potential roadblocks, and then going off and finding ways to like build up defense mechanisms or finding the right tools so that this doesn't happen. Mm-hmm. So like, let's give a scenario. I got an agency business, but we're onboarding client A, and then client A moves on to the next department. But client A is missing a key component to get their job done. They're missing a business account. So that means we have to like find a tool or whatever to like make sure we got business accounts and whatnot, so that the department A can do their job fully. So, you know, stuff like that. That's a bad scenario, but like stuff like that, like you just gotta keep iterating and thinking.
Talk to me about, for the new photographers that may be coming into the game, that may be inspired by your work. Just like what we named off just, you know, a slight few of corporations that you've worked with throughout your journey. So could you drop some gems on these photographers and creatives when it's time to, when they do get an opportunity, one, how to properly approach that opportunity, and then we can talk about working with like big corporations versus small corporations, or small businesses, shall I say?
Well, this is what I would tell creatives, especially photographers. When I interview them at Neaux, I try to tell all of them, you know, you want to attract the big clients. Start with personal projects, or, you know, some friends come together, because of course you'll probably have no budget or a tight budget. So find people like-mindedness that you all kind of share the same common goal. So like, if you're a photographer, find a makeup artist, find a costume designer, find a stylist. Y'all get together, think of a lookbook or something. Because me, as a person who kind of like plays a role in like, you know, finding talent and hiring, that's what I look for. I look for initiative. If I see a personal project in your portfolio, I look for like initiative. Yeah, if you got some real work, then, you know, hey, you cool, you good. But if you just getting your feet wet, trying to like get into the door, personal projects, it shows me shows me that you don't wait around. You'll take the bull by its horns. You have some form of level of art direction, teamwork skills, because in this corporate world, you're going to be working with so many people. You're going to do a lot of cross-functional collaboration with different departments, different forms of creatives, makeup artists, stylists, etc. So I need to know if you can work with a team. Communication, how did you all communicate? I'm gonna be asking questions to see what kind of creative are you? Because if you want to make the $1 million, all that, boom, boom, it's not best. If you like quiet, shy, and all that, it's cool to be quiet, and shy, but sometimes you gotta learn how to turn that off. So that's what I would tell like the new photographers trying to get their foot in the door, like do some personal projects, and then just keep capitalizing. Two at least. Just have 2 at least. That would be good enough.
Will it be beneficial for them to start working with some of them small businesses though? And start there to get the reps up.
Yeah, depending on, you gotta make sure. That's another thing. You gotta make sure like the small businesses align. Whatever business you work with, make sure they align with what you want to do. Because a lot of times, what can hurt a creative is that they're doing all this and that, but what they done doesn't align with what they want to do. Like if you want to be a portrait photographer, why am I seeing food photography? If I'm a it can go both ways. So if you want to do like you want to be a famous portrait photographer, or I'm a portrait agency, like we only have like headshots, full bodies in the studio and all that. Why am I seeing food photography in your like physical book that you brought me? It's cool to like stumble across that in your website and all that, but if I ask for like a physical version of your book, I shouldn't be seeing nothing else but what you desire to be. Like if it's a job that you apply for, make your master skill your hero product. So like for me, architecture, cityscape stuff is like my hero product. Then people can trickle off into other shit.
Okay. Let me ask you about, I guess just in general, and this applies to me too. Then, so with branding, and that's one of them core foundational pieces, big dog. Yeah. And I've had a lot of times where I've brought a concept to you, and you've had to re-ask me that back for me to critical think on, hey, does that align with your brand? Yeah. Or what do you want your brand to be? Like, even when I was trying to do this, like, I had to get in the lab with a lot of things. And I'm still fine-tuning things when you're trying to expand on that brand. But just give the people some of those core foundational pieces when starting a brand, and you know, when you get later on in life, being able to walk those things through. Because like when you really get to a point where you're like mastering a brand, it just comes natural. It's just like with you and your brand. Mm-hmm. Everything that you're doing with your brand is just natural. So could you give them some gems with that?
Yeah, man. Branding. I love it. I love branding. With branding, people, you know, they got these ideas, these businesses, but they always, like, almost always, I see everybody want to start their own business, but they leave out the branding parts. Picking a cute little font or typeface. Actually, the real word is typeface. It's not font. Font is a weight. But anyway, that's just the designer in me. But picking a little cute font or whatever is in a color is, and having somebody make a logo is not branding. Branding is basically the essence of who and what your business is. It's kind of like, it's almost as if you're making a persona or a person. You're building a person. Like for instance, I'm trying to think of like if Hattie B's was a human, if that was a person, who are they? What do they like? What do they wear? Like, what's the physical feature? What do they look like? What do they value? what's their mission, what's their vision, things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Those what help businesses hone in on their target audience. And I'm not talking about no type of drop ship business or whatever. This is like you want like build like a name for yourself, like
right.
Louis Vuitton, all them people stuff be wearing. Like people went through the branding. They went through that branding strategy. Like, yeah, like Nike branding is for athletes. Nike went through their branding strategy. They create an ethos of who they are. Their branding is inside their marketing. You know, it was one for example. They talk about like equalities in sports and all that. If you got legs, you're an athlete. That's one of their statements. Ethos, their branding ethos. So like Colin Kaepernick, is their commercial. You know, that commercial has one of Nike's like branding core values. So stuff like that makes people gravitate towards Nike. That's just who it is, and they don't care about trying to get everybody. When people say, "Well, I'm not gonna buy Nike no more," they don't care. Like you're not a part.
Their core people.
Yeah, you're not a part of their branding. Like you probably just bought Nike because you saw the price. Oh, I just want some Nikes. I heard good things about it.
And you see other people wearing it.
Exactly. Exactly. It's really like honing in on your end user, and then it's gonna trickle off into everybody else. That's literally like you focus on focus on like one or. Yeah, I don't know about two, but just focus on like one particular person. You can focus on two. Mm-hmm. Focus on one particular person.
Ain't figuring out what that person looks like.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, it's easier said than done, but it takes, like you said back to earlier, that critical thinking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Getting in there and trying out ideas and writing that web out.
Yeah.
Like, trying to figure that out, because if you don't figure that out, you will find out real quick that you will feel used up, dried up, uninspired, and then you back to square one. You know what I'm saying? If you don't go through those proper steps and figuring those things out, you know what I'm saying.
The process is the fun part. You all people like to say, "I like the process," or "I like the process. I like the journey." Well, do what it takes to go through that journey. Like do that initial step, like the branding. Like before you start a business, I mean, I'm not talking about the dropshipping business because people can make a hell of money off that just easy. But you want to like actually name for yourself, actually like have like a household name. Go through the branding strategy. Don't just pick a Google font. You know what I'm saying? Invest in your brand. Like I'm a man of quality. When I'm like designing, I don't go for the cheap shit. Like it's free. If it free looks good, cool. Yeah. I'm cool. But I invest. I'm someone who lives by 3 principles. I don't live by them, but I make sure that I dance around them. So there's cheap, fast, great. But I only use fast and great, because if you want fast and great, then 9 times out of 10 it's not going to be cheap. If you want cheap and great, then you're not going to get it as fast, or it's not going to get produced as fast. There's going to be a slow roll somewhere in there. If you want, cheap and fast, a lot of times it ain't going to be great. Because just like instant ramen, it ain't going to be great. It's not going to be good. You know what I'm saying? So I dance around those, but I literally don't go towards cheap unless like I'm super resourceful now, so like I can find things and work around. But those initial steps in branding are what I do. Like I just like, who is this person? Like, who is Kept Frozen? This kid loves the original story of who Kept Frozen was is weird, it's stupid. But as I got older, I subconsciously went through a branding strategy without even knowing it. So yeah, like Kept Frozen. Guy loves cold, mysterious, doesn't show his face. Nobody knows him. He just wants people to show the art. I didn't really hone in on a person. I let the work hone in on a person. So what I did mostly is just use what I did when I was a graffiti artist as a young kid. I just applied some of those traits into my photography, which is like be a mystery, make people curious. And I'm not the person that likes to put everything on the internet. Like I'm very empathetic. Like I think about contentment in people. If I flash a lifestyle, I don't want nobody, envying me or anything. Besides, I like to live privacy. I don't want nobody in my life. Privacy is the only thing we got. But anyway, yeah, like branding, man. Like Kept Frozen is a mystery, and how I pull people in, just make them curious. Like just razzle dazzle a little bit, and make you want more.
Can I throw something in? So I now everything that he's saying is 100% facts. You know what I'm saying? And he's helped me evolve throughout my time and learn how I wanted to brand myself. You know what I'm saying? But how do you feel, with you just naming off some of those things, how do you feel with evolving the brand through time? Because like you said, you named off, mysterious, you don't show your face, none of that. Yeah. But see, you popped up out of love and did this with me.
Yeah, I mean.
So how does that feel as far as like your brand?
I don't know. People mature. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing, and people gotta understand you're not gonna be the same forever. You're gonna evolve. You're gonna adapt. Times either you're gonna adapt from within, or the outside is gonna make you adapt. So like, one thing that we know, storytelling, intimate moments are a key component in today's content now. Like people want an emotional attachment. You can't really get an emotional attachment from somebody you don't really know or see. So what I adapted was to apply more essence of visual storytelling in my work. And so basically a lot of my work now is starting being centered around love and pain and sorrow. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. That's what I do now. I'm adapting, putting more of my face out, but not really. But more so now, I'm just attacking people's emotions, making them feel, making them bond with my art, so they feel a relation to it, while still keeping them curious and interested while I stay behind the scenes.
So, all right, so man, off of that. Man, I did want to talk about what I experienced with you, right? You came through, man, and before we got on camera, we were just kind of vibing, and you pulled out the Oculus or whatever. So that was my first time trying that. And I mean, bro, you had me like stumbling around. I'm playing like Iron Man and shit, and stumbling. Dude, it was really like interesting. And the fact that that's like a new wave of like technology and where the world is going, like, could you talk to me about just the Oculus and the Metaverse and all of those things? Because like it blew my mind. That was the first time me putting it on, experiencing it. That was a wild ride. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm doing a bar fight game. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there punching people. Like I think I punched the wall like twice or something.
You did, dog. You did.
So like, could you tell me about that and just developing? Especially like, does it blow your mind now?
Yeah, but I'm about to pause all that up. You said, but you didn't catch that.
What I say? Did I say
a lot? You said a lot, bro. But anyway,
hey, that's crazy. Pause it.
Pause it all up. Nah, I'm joking, man. Nah, New York did that to me.
Hey,
man.
pause.
I hate that New York did that. New York did it.
Oh man, pause it. My fault. Yeah, that was kind of spicy. My bad.
Nah, but what you call it, man? Shoot, Metaverse is cool. It's cool. I mainly use it for work. I'm if people don't know, photographer and a designer. I just don't want the photography artist to see my design side, so I only show that to like high paying clients. But anyway, not saying that there's a difference, but yeah. But yeah, Metaverse is cool, man. I use it to decompress, build, 3D art in there. It's really good. It's really great. It's really great. A lot of people have misconceptions about it. I had a misconception about it. I thought it was lame. Thought it was dry. But as soon as I bought one, because this marketing agency had reached out and they wanted to do some experiential marketing. So they needed someone to build a VR space for them and all that. What you call it? I didn't have the hardware to handle the job, so like I needed you need a strong PC.
I can imagine.
Man. But that's why I got the Oculus. It's fun, man. It's fun. I recommend people get it. I think it's the future. You just have to.
It kind of scared me how like real it felt.
Yeah, no, it's fun. As Meta and all the other companies are making better hardware for it. Once people get in there, you see why it's good. It's if you got friends, you might lose a lot of time in there. But
nah, it was dope.
Yeah, no, it's a good breath to like get away from everything. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I just bought games just to like instead of just working, I bought games to just like get away from work. So that's why I got.
Yeah, you got to be able to balance it, bro.
You got to balance. Like as a part of being a business person, like and ladies, just because your man is playing video games, I don't like playing video games, but I only play video games so I could
relax for a second,
and let my creativity recharge because creativity is a muscle, so I have to like take a break from it. And I read and all that, but I just need to do something else sometimes. But anyway, the Metaverse, playing Iron Man. Oh man, that shit's a blast. Flying,
that was crazy.
That shit crazy. But
I really feel like I was gonna fall. Like first time doing it, I'm angling a certain way.
Yeah.
It literally reacts to all those movements, like turning your head. Like I'm thinking I'm on one side of the room, and before I knew it, I'm turned the opposite way, and I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, no, it'll do that. I mean,
like my brain was trying to figure out, like,
yeah,
bro, you can't even really feel your feet right now, but just
yeah. That's what I try to tell people. Like,
it's like my brain shut that bottom half off, dog.
It's like your brain. The eyes, the gateway to the brain. The brain sees this, but it notices through the senses of your body. It notices like your legs is moved, like your legs is like on the ground, but it sees you. It's like, hold on, what's your brain trying to make sense of it all, and then that's when motion sickness starts to kick in. It's like, hold on, are you moving? Are you still? Like, what's going on? Like, I know, like, I'll show you this game later, but this one game, it's called Bone Labs. Like, that game, you will bound to throw up.
Man.
Especially if you get in a go-kart. I got a go-kart on there. And, when I tell you, you gotta literally sit down on the ground. You can't sit down on the ground, or you can just, like, have your hands up. But, man, when that
so because you're turning and all of that with it?
Yes, it turns crazy, but a lot of times when I'm driving that thing, it tips over, like upside down. Oh my God.
Goodness.
I immediately start throwing. Like I have to yo, I have to take the headset off. I'd be like, yo, I gotta like chill.
Let me get a grip, bro.
Chill. But nah, yeah, Oculus is good. It's great. I think people who are designers, almost any creative too, photographers can benefit off of it. I got a gallery where I'm like actively building my gallery space where I'm putting photos to sell, NFT space. You all see. If you're a designer, you could do the same thing. Who else? Singers, comedians. If you're a comedian, there's places on there where you can do stand-up comedy. It might not be the same, but it looks gimmicky. It looks funny. Like when I remember sitting down at some comedy club in the Metaverse. It was like hella people around the world. And I'm just looking at these people joke. Some dude from Wisconsin said the driest joke. And I'm just like, yo, I like the Metaverse, but I don't like it this much. Like,
goodness.
Hello? But, but for real, though. A lot of people can benefit from it. But people make money on there, too. Like, you go to comedy clubs, you're a comedian, people will Venmo you. I see people put their Venmos up and they get money. I'm just...
That's hard.
It's cool. And yeah, you can play with your friends. Just get away from life stresses. But yeah, that's what I'm doing with the Metaverse. I'm just building a lot of stuff on the back end, building the art gallery, and trying to like come out with this little experiential art show. So anybody who has an Oculus, or if you don't even have an Oculus, I'll send out like this link where you just go on your phone, and your phone will act as like a gateway to see what's in the Metaverse. You just use your phone to move around. So yeah, but if you have an Oculus, it's more immersive. You can meet me, talk with me. I'll be in New York or somewhere, but you can talk to me, tell me about my artwork, look at the space that I built, things of that nature. But yeah, Metaverse is lucrative if anybody want to get into it.
That's fire.
Yeah.
I think you were also telling me like podcasts and stuff like that. Can set up in there and they can watch like your podcast on it.
I seen this one lady, man. She's making bank crazy. She built her own space. She built her own space. It's basically kind of like an Oprah Winfrey show. It's a big ass. It ain't hard to build.
Oh.
It ain't hard to build your own space in Metaverse. Like it's websites where you just go in there, build it for free, and
what?
Just invite people to your rooms and all that. Yeah,
Man.
but yeah. I mean, I think you gotta probably go through a process, but yeah, this lady, she built her own little Oprah Winfrey stage. It was like one of these couple healing club, but they was just acting out. It's kind of like TV. It was just basically TV, but for Metaverse. So she was like the middleman. The man was on her right, the girls on her left, and they were just like basically. Now is Jeffrey as what seems to not be wrong with you all's relationship? And then everybody else was in the crowd. It was like 50 something people in the crowd. Like, it was that's a lot of people. And I'm like, yo, y'all acting this out. Y'all acting this. I'm like sitting in the crowd. I walk in the room and I'm just sitting around. I'm like, everybody is looking like I'm like, y'all really watching this shit? Y'all really watching it? That's crazy. But no, and then I watched crazy. That. And then it's a room I saw where people like pretend to be Judge Judy and they got like.
Bro,
courts in session type junk. I'm like, bro, it's crazy.
Okay, so when you put it like that sounds like fun and funny.
It's like playing house, but as adults, but like in different scenarios. But yeah, so like if people in there, it's weird, bro.
Let me ask you, bro. So like, I'm conflicted slightly, because we were born in the '90s, so we've seen the evolution of all of this, right? We've been there when it was cassette tapes. You know what I'm saying? From cassette tapes to CD players, walking around with these fat ass CD players with little bitty headphones, seeing that evolve, going into the first iPod, the fat joints. You know what I'm saying? So seeing them go from them to the colors to the iPhone. Sometimes I get conflicted with going from that to like, this is how people are interacting now. Because back then we had to go to a place like Cat's Music. Like if it was somewhere that we wanted music, we had to go physically out and get it. Yeah, man. Now everything is just of convenience, and it gets sometimes where it feel like it cuts off that human interaction. So then I get conflicted a little bit. I
mean,
because if you rather go to a party or a game in the metaverse,
I mean, respectfully, humans ain't acting right. So it's gonna have to. Somebody's gonna have to get cut off. Yeah, and I choose.
Because I know you're a designer, so I know you're pro.
I'm
the evolution.
I know you. I mean, I want humans to act right, but the people can't seem to just like, bro, stop killing, stop being dumb, stop.
And making women uncomfortable.
Yeah, bro, just quit being a goofy. Like,
but do you think that adds more to the problem than when you had to go outside? Because when you had to go outside,
no, it's gonna
learn how to. I'm not gonna. You know what I'm saying? You learn how to respect a woman's space. You learn how.
No, I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you. Putting people in the metaverse is gonna. I mean, I got this bad goal for the world. I got this not a world domination type goal, but I got this goal that I want, but and people might see it as like a dystopian future, but I mean, humans ain't acting right, so I choose me. So
I feel it.
The metaverse.
I feel it.
The metaverse, it's gonna cut off that human interaction a little bit because you're not in person. So I mean, hell, we already seeing young kids, just young people in general, like communication skills are declining. It's almost as if it's almost as common sense is just dying. So therefore, people want to be dumb, throw them in the metaverse.
Let me ask you though, if it is going in that direction, is there a way to improve these natural skills that they should be having?
The education system needs to change. That's literally start one. Like,
I got you.
Like the stuff that they teach us, they taught us in school. Man, I can go on, but I don't want to. But like the education system, social media, people gotta understand the psychology. I'm designers. We have to study the human psychology. I have to. I'm fortunate enough to be friends with a fellow friend of ours, Lawrence.
Shout out Lawrence.
Him and his computer human interaction background. That kind of like when I knew he had that background, made me want to just dive deeper more into the human mind. But when you understand how humans think, man, you can implement things better. And education system is one, because like just teach them some valuable skills. Like have a class on proper, just proper etiquette and like talking to people. And then on social media, like understand the drawbacks. Like I deleted TikTok a couple months ago because I was a person strict on time. I was losing so much time getting to work because I'm over in bed scrolling, and if it don't give me no value, I'm cutting you off. If you're a person and wasting my time or whatever, or your app game, whatever, I'm cutting you off if I don't get no value from it. But like, that's how I live. Like I have a solution for everything. So yeah, Metaverse. Yeah, it's a drawback. Everything has a drawback. So
I like it though. I like it. Maybe if they could find some ways to put some things in there where people can still like improve.
They got stuff in there. They got a simulation, like job simulator, like people
like going for an interview.
People in prison. People in prison. People in prison. They go through that game because, especially people who've been in prison since like the 80s, the 90s. They don't.
Wait, they got Oculus in there?
No, they got like a little program where they'll visit certain jails. Not every jail has it, but like they'll go to the jail. They'll show them like basic life skills. I think they only do it for people who are like about to get out. Who've been in for like a long time,
reintroduced to society.
Yeah, trying to show them like what to do. And Vice did a segment on it. Like man, it helps people to understand because they don't know how to use a laptop. Probably they don't know how to use a touch phone. So yeah, like Metaverse and Oculus, VR has its benefits. It's just getting people the opportunity to try it. So people can be convinced. And yeah, it's
sure.
Because I'd rather people be on the Oculus than their phones. Like I don't like being next to somebody who's always just like scrolling through TikTok. Look at this TikTok. Like you wasting my time and my money. Like get out of my face. Like TikTok is cool, but I don't got time for that, bro. Like, I'm on a time crunch.
I think I'm gonna give me an Oculus though, man.
That's cool, man.
I was highly impressed, and I'd like to see how it continues to develop. I'd like to see how it continues to open different markets.
Yeah, and you all won't be distracted by Oculus VR. It's not distracting, literally, because there's a lot of games and stuff on there to play. But giving us a VR headset, games don't really last that long, and nobody wants to stand up for hours on end. You can sit down and play, but it ain't with the same experience. But nobody wants to stand up all day, and it's a workout too. So
for sure. I was just playing that bar fight game, and I'm boxing. You know what I'm saying? And he's literally moving whichever way I'm moving. So it's like I'm low key was in there getting cardio. I'm getting hot.
Yeah. So, you're definitely not gonna be in the VR headset because I barely play when I'm in New York because I'm just ripping and running. So. Yeah, even here in Nashville, I haven't been using it as much because I've just been working sporadically. But yeah, like if anybody gets a VR headset, it's a good little getaway. And you're not gonna get distracted like your phone. So yeah, that's just my perspective and opinion.
For sure, man. Is there anything else, man, you want to leave with the people or anything like that?
Oh, shoot, yeah, man. I just want to say, well, first off, man, thanks for having me.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, man. And, shoot, man, for the people, man, if anybody want to start, create a business, whatever, or any insight, hey, man, feel free to email me. I don't check no Instagram DMs or whatever. It's just, I got anxiety. I don't like seeing all too many notifications. I look at my emails every day, every hour, and yeah, I check my email. So hit me up at contact@keptfrozen.com. Yeah, or you can go to my website, keptfrozen.com, and KEPTFROZEN.com. You can go in there and basically help submit an inquiry, whatever you want. And yeah, man, I'll give you a little tidbit, whatever or insight you want. Yeah, I can only keep it brief though, because if you're trying to pick my brain, then I'm out to charge. Cause,
hey, facts.
yeah, but I'm all for the love, giving back to the people. But yeah, just everybody, just be positive out there, man. Just hold on to empathy and compassion. Just hold on to that. That's what I do as an art creative, and I would love for people to just hold on to that too. So yeah, so for the people who can, 2023. I hope y'all have a good new year, and make sure y'all flourish out there. And shout out to the What You Doing Warriors and the New Year, New Me Warriors. Y'all do that every year. Just cut it out. Like if you wanna do something, just do it. Like, quit announcing it. Who cares? Just do it. Like, not everything needs an audience. That's one thing I would like y'all to leave in 2022. Just like, I'm New Year, New Me. I'm doing this, that. Stop. Just do it. Just do it.
Hey, that's thanks, man. We give everyone for that. Yeah, man.
Everybody always giving they want an audience for everything. I saw love and Adam, but dang, okay, like no privacy. All
man.
Right. Anyway,
I value that so much, but man, we can talk about that a whole other time, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, that's so important.
I'm just looking out for y'all.
Having that balance, man.
Yeah,
you gotta get in there and do the work. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Ain't nobody gonna hand you shit. Get up and do the work.
Yeah.
Do your research. Do your due diligence. Do the work.
Big facts.
Yeah, I mean. But you want to give them Instagram?
Yeah, Kept Frozen. Y'all know.
Gonna give them the Christian Mingle?
Hell,
nah, I was just messing with you.
You clipped. Nah,
hey, nah.
I don't know what you want. Nobody can access me.
Hey, man.
I'm a closed book. Nobody can find me.
Thanks.
If you find me, that means I gotta up the defenses. But I'm not no Christian Mingle. If I am, hey, somebody tell me, because I don't know nothing about that. Hello? Hello? No, I'm joking.
Go give them the Instagram, man. And anything else, man. If you got something coming up, whatever.
I'm just working on my art, so I'm in the Metaverse. So yeah, y'all look out for that. Kept Frozen. You know where to find me. Yeah. Mr. Incognito is gone. Peace. That's me.
Lord. Hey, man. Thank you, brother. Hey, man. Love you, man.
No problem.
Love you, man. Always, man. You one of them ones, dog.
I try, bro.
You're going to go down as one of the greats. I guarantee that.
I try, bro. I try.
For sure. All that hard work going to pay off, man. Believe that. But, yeah, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Kept Frozen. You know what I mean? They don't have hop on, you know what I mean? Show her face. It's really good. The price going up now. It's really going to cost y'all.
Yeah, it's clipped.
It's
It's up. What is that? Cardi B. If it's up, then it's stuck.
No, facts.
Hello?
Facts. Hello.
Goodness.
All right, man. Look, I appreciate anybody, man, that stick around for this, man. Hope y'all got some value out of this. You know what I mean? Don't even play yourself. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go through and follow that, man. Y'all make sure y'all like that video. Y'all subscribe. And, yeah, man, we're going to get into this Pastor Ox. Man, I think I'm going to play my man Ryan Obasi, man. That's how we did the first episode with Ryan Obasi. And he just dropped some old heat. I think we're going to go with him again, man. We're going to play Kundalini. You dig, huh? Y'all motherfuckers get in your right space. You know what I mean? Shout out Ryan Obasi. And, yeah, follow me at Sauceville615. Follow the Lost in the Sauce Pie. You already know the drill. Subscribe to Out East Network. Don't even play yourself. And check out the new show, In the Mix. You dig. And yeah, man, we see y'all next time. Huh?
Yeah. Hello.
Hey. right, let's get it. Let's get it.